Gentlemen, to another exciting episode. Now that is the most beautiful woman in the world right there. Take a look-see. Right there. I know her face is partially obscured by this, but you can see she's the most beautiful woman in the world. Anyway, I'm going to put this video up on All Recipes because I have a question. It's a food related question. How you like the foot-long beard? Carolyn says I look like
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch or the Duck Dynasty, is it?
Duck Dynasty.
Duck Dynasty, yeah. Anyway, so and I'm going to try and put this into words, into that's something on my hand. I'm going to type it out on All Recipes. I'm looking for information. Maybe a chart, a list, some simple guidelines that we can use, or that I can use since I'm the head cook. Chief cook, but we both do the dishes. So, now one thing I would like information on is how do I keep from using 20 pots and pans when maybe I can use one or two. It may sound simple, but it's not simple for me. And you also have to consider that our pots and pans are sort of thrown together, whatever we've been able to find. Not that we don't have a lot, not a lot, but I mean we have what we need, I guess, but it's just thrown together. It's not like we bought a set of this or a set of that. And we do have a wok now, $6 at Salvation Army store. But more importantly, what information I'm looking for is how to cook more nutritious, how to make more nutritious meals for us. And for those of you on All Recipes, you know that Carolyn has diabetes, and we're both very concerned about her feet. And what can I do to make more diabetic friendly food? I cook a lot of Tex-mex. I don't think that's very diabetic friendly. Am I willing to make changes? Yes. Is it going to be easy? I don't know, because I don't know what those changes would have to be. There's also the issue of what we can afford to buy. Most months we spend, I'd say, $200 or less on food. And our food stamps were cut. We don't know if we're going to be able to get them back. We have, what, $16, $15, $14? $16.
From like 150.
From about 150 to $16. But Carolyn's going to see about volunteering over here at the elementary school.
Which I think is crazy because I'm in a class anyway.
Yeah, she's taken a class, but they're like they haven't acknowledged. They haven't even called you back on that, have they? They haven't talked to you about that, have they?
What do you mean?
The food stamp office?
That's not my class is not acceptable because I'm not in a community
classroom.
college.
Oh, in a community college.
Yeah.
So she either has to have a job or volunteer somewhere or be in an actual setting, educational setting, for her class, her training to count. So if we can't get that back, we're going to be, I don't know how we're going to do it.
And the trouble is I live in a small town with basically almost no places to volunteer at, and we can't use the car right now.
Yeah, we can't drive because
our local police officer.
Yeah, he stopped me. I was driving, and the license plate they were out of state and out of date. They were out of date about a little more than a year, and we had to get the plates, and then now we have to get the car inspected. And we can't drive until we get an inspection. You have 10 days after you register to get the inspection. You can drive for up to 10 days. We drove those 10 days. Now we can't drive until we get the inspection, which means we have to go to the town and get a form filled out, which allows us to drive to the inspection. Okay, but first we have to make an appointment to have the inspection.
And then hope that we don't go under financially on it.
Yeah, the inspection itself shouldn't cost much more than $50.
But God forbid they say there's something wrong with the car that needs to be fixed before they can give us the tag.
So anyway, since this is an all recipes video, I'm sorry I'm going off on to different stuff. What can we do to not necessarily better, or maybe that is the right way to say it, but eat healthier? What foods should we buy instead of what we buy? One thing I was thinking, we bought a big sack of flour. You know, we used it. It's not much. There's not much left. What I was thinking is we could buy like the all-purpose flour, like we did, and a bag of whole wheat flour, and then mix it half and half, or 2/3 whole wheat and 1/3, you know, or even 3/4 whole wheat and 1/4 all-purpose. And there are other non-wheat flours that we can buy, but they're very expensive, that would actually be even better for Carolyn. See, what's hard for me is I can eat anything. I don't gain weight, I don't anything, you know, but I have to think about both of us, not just me. And it's hard. I don't know what to do. We both went and took this class in Keene. It was a diabetes education class, but what I would have liked would have been an actual class where we got into a kitchen and cooked and prepared food and things like that. But we didn't do that. So anyway, if anybody could help us with what we should, I mean, I would like charts or guidelines or diagrams or pie charts. I mean, I don't know, that I can hang in the kitchen in there. We're hoping that we're going to be able to afford to pay a friend of ours to come over here next month and help us clean and organize, because we really need somebody to help us do that. We're clean, yeah, but organized, no. So anyway, I apologize. This video is going on and deals with a lot of stuff. Anyway, thank you for your time there. You can see my bald head.